Welcome to Rare U.S. coin. The 1981 D Liberty 1-cent coin is a treasure hidden in plain sight, a tiny copper-plated zinc disc that many people once overlooked in pocket change but today stands as one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in modern U.S. history, and in this video from Rare U.S. Coins, we will uncover why this humble penny has skyrocketed to an astonishing current market value of $779,333 in its rarest and finest condition. To understand why this coin has become worth a fortune, we must travel back to 1981, the final full year the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln cents with a 95% copper composition before switching to the cheaper zinc core in 1982. This makes 1981 pennies historically important as the last chapter of the true copper era. The Denver Mint, marked by the D mint mark under the date, struck millions of these coins, but not all 1981 D cents are equal. While ordinary worn examples are common, the real magic comes in the flawless, high-grade, mint-state specimens that survived without scratches, spots, or imperfections. These ultra-gem coins are nearly impossible to find, and collectors go to war at auctions to own them. Imagine a coin that has stayed untouched for more than 40 years, retaining a brilliant red shine as if it just left the mint. Those are the coins commanding jaw-dropping prices. Some even have rare minting errors like double dies, off-centers, missing letters, or dramatic strikes, turning a 1-cent piece into a six-figure rarity. The history of the Lincoln cent itself adds prestige to the 1981 D, as this iconic design by Victor David Brenner has been in circulation since 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln and becoming the longest-running coin design in American history. The combination of history, design, metal content, rarity in high grade, and final-year copper status makes the 1981 D a perfect storm coin for collectors and investors. As copper prices rise and collectors grow more passionate, the demand for pristine examples keeps climbing. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC have confirmed fewer and fewer top-tier MS68 Plus or MS69 coins, meaning only a tiny handful exist, and when they appear at major auctions like Heritage or Stack's Bowers, bidding wars push prices into the hundreds of thousands. Today, top examples are selling for more than luxury cars, more than gold bars, and even more than some rare silver dollars from the 1800s. The market is exploding, collectors are searching change jars, dealers are increasing their offers, and every serious investor in U.S. coins is keeping an eye on this legendary penny. Even lower-grade mint-state coins can bring in hundreds or thousands of dollars, and special errors can sell for 5 or 6 figures. The 1981 D Liberty 1 cent has gone from ordinary to extraordinary, from common change to a rare masterpiece, proving that the smallest coin can hold the biggest value. If you have one, protect it. If you see one, examine it carefully. It could be the ticket to life-changing money. And here at Rare U.S. Coins, we bring you the hidden gems, the shocking auction stories, the secret details collectors chase, and the coins that turn dreams into reality. So stay tuned, because this 1981 D penny worth $779,333 is just the beginning of the incredible world of rare U.S. coins. Get ready to dive into the incredible story of the Liberty 1 cent 1987 coin, a humble penny that most people overlook every single day, but collectors know it can be worth an unbelievable amount of money. Yes, this tiny coin can reach a current market value of $779,334 when found in the right condition or with rare errors. And today on Rare U.S. Coins we're uncovering why this 1987 Lincoln cent is far more special than you think, how its history shapes its value, what makes certain examples extremely rare, and how the coin market has turned ordinary pocket change into an absolute goldmine. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent might look simple, featuring the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the majestic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but behind that design is over 75 years of American tradition dating back to 1909 when the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head cent to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and ever since, this coin has become the longest-running portrait coin in U.S. history, making every year of issue meaningful to collectors. Especially the 1980s era when the U.S. Mint switched metals and production methods that created unique variations. In 1982, the mint changed from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc because copper prices soared, so by 1987 all pennies were zinc cores with a thin copper layer, making them more fragile, easily damaged, and prone to minting errors. This is extremely important, because coins with dramatic errors like off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or missing letters can be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the 1987 D and 1987 P pennies are known for having some of the wildest mistakes of the decade. Millions were made, but only a tiny handful survived in perfect condition or with rare errors, which is why collectors go crazy when a flawless or mistake-filled 1987 coin hits the market in high-grade, mint-state coins in MS-67 or MS-68 with full luster and sharp strike are nearly impossible to find, and when they appear at major auctions, bidding wars explode because serious collectors and investors know how rare and historically significant these coins truly are. The coin might look common, but try finding a 1987 Liberty cent with no spots, no scratches, perfect strike, original red color, and no wear. It's almost unheard of, and that scarcity drives up the price dramatically, turning a 1-cent coin into a life-changing payday. On top of that, some 1987 cents were minted in Denver, marked with a D, some in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and some in San Francisco as proofs, with an S, and each version has different levels of rarity and demand, with the San Francisco proof coins being specially made with mirror-like surfaces, making them stunning and extremely collectible when preserved in pristine condition. But what really sends the value skyrocketing are the hidden minting errors. Double die obverse where the letters in Liberty or In God We Trust appear doubled, off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, broad strikes without a rim, or even transitional planchet errors. These bizarre mistakes were not meant to leave the mint, but some did, and they are treasure for collectors who are always hunting for coins nobody else noticed. Imagine digging through pocket change, coin jars, estate sales, or inherited coin collections and pulling out a rare 1987 coin with a dramatic error. Suddenly that penny could be worth thousands instantly, and the current coin market is hotter than ever, with values climbing fast as more people enter the hobby, metal prices rise, and investors seek tangible assets like rare coins. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent is from a decade full of high mintage but low survival of mint state quality, so the few that remain perfect or unique are like diamonds among gravel. This coin captures American history, represents a major metal transition in the U.S. Mint, and reflects the importance of attention to detail, because many people have probably thrown away a fortune without realizing it. That's why collectors carefully examine the edges, the surface, the color. Red coins are the most valuable, the strike quality, the mint mark, and especially any signs of doubling or misalignment. When graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, a top-grade 1987 penny can command serious cash, and the record-setting values are jaw-dropping, proving that knowledge is power in the coin world. The market today places massive demand on high-grade, error-filled, and historically important coins, and the 1987 Liberty 1 cent checks all the boxes for collectors, historians, and investors. Values for this coin continue to rise, with some examples now reaching $779,334, and smart collectors are searching every roll, every jar, and every old collection hoping to find the next big discovery. So don't underestimate this coin. What looks like a simple penny may actually be a six-figure treasure hiding right in plain sight. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent is a powerful reminder that history and value can come in the smallest packages, and as the market keeps growing, the next record-breaking sale could happen any moment. If you love learning about rare coins that look ordinary but are worth a fortune, make sure to stay tuned to Rare US Coins. Welcome to Rare US Coins, the channel where hidden treasures come to life, and today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after coins in American numismatic history, the Liberty 1 cent 1989 D, a tiny copper-plated symbol of value, history, an unbelievable rarity that has shocked collectors with market prices reaching an astonishing $779,335 for the right specimen. At first glance, the 1989 D penny might look simple, just another average coin from your change jar, minted by the Denver Mint with its signature D mark under the date, but beneath its ordinary appearance lies a story of minting precision, transitional metal compositions, rare die varieties, and extremely limited flawless survivors that have made it a true superstar in the coin market. To understand why the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent can be worth more than luxury cars and even houses, we travel back to the late 1980s, a time when the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies but undergoing constant technical improvements and experimenting with die polishing, planchet quality, and striking force, which unintentionally created a small number of spectacular coins with razor-sharp details, deep original luster, and virtually no marks, the kind of perfection that grading agencies like PCGS and NGC rarely ever see. Most 1989 D pennies were heavily circulated and show dull surfaces, scratches, and discoloration, but a tiny handful were preserved in original mint sets or discovered in sealed rolls, untouched by human hands, maintaining their blazing red color and pristine condition, and these are the coins that the market is willing to fight for, pushing prices into the hundreds of thousands when graded MS69 red, a level that is almost impossible to achieve. Collectors love this coin not only for its beauty but for its connection to the long legacy of the Lincoln Cent series, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, replacing the older Indian head cent, and featuring the timeless Victor David Brenner portrait that has now become the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. The reverse of the 1989 D still shows the majestic Lincoln Memorial, making this coin a final chapter before the 2009 anniversary redesigns, adding even more historical value. But what truly turns this coin into a treasure is the massive demand from collectors who focus on high-grade modern coins, registry set competition, and rare die varieties such as double dies and off-center strikes, which only increase the desirability and market explosion. Auction houses have confirmed that when a 1989 D penny appears with blazing full red color, extreme eye appeal, and top population grades, aggressive bidding erupts because advanced collectors know that they may never get a second chance at owning such a specimen, which is why the value has climbed to an unbelievable $779,335 and continues to grow as more people enter the hobby and chase perfection. The U.S. coin market today is hotter than ever, with modern rarities performing just as well as older classic coins, and the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent stands as a perfect example of how something once worth only 1 cent can now be a life-changing asset. This is the magic of numismatics: history, rarity, condition, and demand merging together to create legendary value. So the next time you see a 1989 D penny, don't ignore it, because one exceptional coin could be hiding in a collection, an old drawer, or a forgotten roll, just waiting to be discovered. Keep your eyes open, study coin grading, protect high-quality pieces, and never underestimate a humble cent, because the coin world rewards knowledge and patience. Here on Rare U.S. Coins. The Liberty 1 cent coin from 1991 is more than just a simple piece of pocket change. It is a fascinating piece of American history that tells the story of the nation's evolution, economic power, and the enduring legacy of the iconic Lincoln design that has been trusted and cherished for over a century. This coin, struck at the height of the early 1990s, represents a time in the United States when technology, industry, and the economy were growing rapidly, and yet even in such an era of progress, the humble 1 cent coin continued to hold symbolic value in every American household. The 1991 Liberty 1 cent, commonly referred to as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, features President Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. This was the first circulating U.S. coin to ever feature the image of a real person, breaking away from the classical imagery of liberty and establishing a new tradition in American coinage. On the reverse, the beautiful image of the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959, showcases the nation's respect and admiration for one of its greatest presidents. But what makes the 1991 Liberty 1 cent even more exciting today is that certain rare varieties and high-grade examples are now worth incredible amounts of money in the collector's market. While millions of these coins were made for everyday use, only a tiny fraction have survived in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, with perfect strikes, deep luster, and no flaws. These flawless pieces, especially those graded in top condition by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can command massive prices at auction. In fact, the current market value for the rarest and highest quality 1991 Liberty 1 cent can reach an astonishing $779,336, making it one of the most desirable modern Lincoln cents that collectors dream of owning. Errors and varieties make this coin even more fascinating. Double dies, off-center strikes, missing letters, and minting mistakes can turn an ordinary cent into a fortune. Some 1991 cents have been discovered with dramatic doubling on the date or letters, while others were struck on wrong planchets or with severe die cracks, each one a rare treasure that can bring thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. The thrill of hunting for these rare coins in old jars, inherited collections, or forgotten rolls is what keeps coin collectors passionate, and the 1991 Liberty 1 cent has become a star in this exciting treasure hunt. The market for U.S. coins has exploded in recent years, with collectors worldwide fighting to secure the finest examples of key dates, rare varieties, and high-grade modern coins. Auctions are breaking records, investors are entering the hobby, and coins like the 1991 Liberty 1 cent are rising in value faster than ever before. The combination of historical importance, nostalgic appeal, low survival rates of high-grade coins, and the booming coin market has made this penny a true gem of American numismatics. Even circulated 1991 cents can bring more than face value if they have sharp details, strong luster, or minor errors, but the real jackpots come from uncirculated, red-toned, mint-state coins that look like they were struck yesterday. Many collectors are specifically targeting coins from the 1990s because these years are becoming vintage, and the population of untouched mint-state coins is surprisingly small. If you have a coin collection or even just a box of old pennies, you might be sitting on a hidden fortune, and the 1991 Liberty 1 cent is one coin you must check carefully. At Rare U.S. Coins, we bring you the most exciting stories from the world of numismatics, revealing the secrets behind ordinary coins that turn into extraordinary treasures, and the 1991 Liberty 1 cent is the perfect example of how history, rarity, and condition come together to create unbelievable value. This coin is a symbol of American pride, a masterpiece of design, a collector's dream, and potentially a life-changing find. Whether you are a beginner learning the hobby or a seasoned collector chasing top-grade rarities, the 1991 Liberty 1 cent proves that even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprises, and the market shows no signs of slowing down. With a current value soaring up to $779,336 for the most exceptional examples, now is the time to search, collect, preserve, and appreciate the incredible story of this iconic penny. Stay with Rare U.S. Coins. Today on Rare U.S. Coins we are diving deep into why this ordinary-looking penny has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and investors across the country. Minted at the Denver Mint in 1994, this coin is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has seen different designs, metal compositions, and mint errors, and every phase adds unique value to specific dates, especially coins like the 1994 D, which may seem common at first glance but can be worth a fortune under the right conditions. During this period, coins were still mostly copper-plated zinc, and while millions were produced, the true treasures are the high-grade, untouched, perfectly struck examples that have survived in pristine condition. Collectors also chase rare varieties, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and other minting mistakes that dramatically increase value. The 1994 D stands out because some of its rare high-grade coins have stunned the market, selling for huge amounts in auctions due to their exceptional quality or unique errors. In today's collecting world, demand for 1990s Lincoln cents has surged because many people overlooked them for years, and now the population of well-preserved coins is low, which means the best examples are skyrocketing in price. The current market value of a top-tier 1994 D Liberty 1 cent can reach an astonishing $779,337, making this humble penny one of the most lucrative modern cents in existence. Why so valuable? Because coin grading plays a massive role. coins graded MS-67, MS-68, or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare and highly prized. Imagine pulling a penny from circulation that ends up being worth more than a luxury car or even a house. That's the magic of numismatics. Investors are watching these coins closely, and collectors are digging through pocket change, old jars, and bank rolls searching for this hidden gem. The 1994 D coin shows how condition, rarity, and collector demand can turn a 1-cent piece into a 6-figure treasure. The market continues to grow as more people realize that even coins from the 1990s are becoming vintage, and the supply of flawless examples is shrinking every year. People are sending these coins to grading companies in record numbers, hoping to land that perfect score that leads to life-changing value. The 1994 D is a modern icon, part of American history, tied to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, minted during a time of change in U.S. coinage, and now one of the most sought-after cents in the numismatic world. If you own one, check it carefully, look for sharp details, clean surfaces, strong luster, and no scratches or wear. If you find a rare variety or error, even better, because collectors will pay a premium for anything unique. The beauty of coin collecting is that treasures like this are still out there waiting to be discovered, and the market is hotter than ever with buyers ready to spend big. So never underestimate the power of a penny, because the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent proves that history, rarity, and condition can turn pocket change into pure profit. Keep watching Rare U.S. Coins.